On July 14th, 2018, I flew out of London Heathrow to Helsinki Vantaa with British Airways. This was my first flight with the national carrier, and also out of Heathrow Airport, meaning that this would definitely be an experience for me. Flying from Terminal 3, I was in a way quite surprised with how easy it was getting through the terminal, as you always hear on the news of delays and disasters at the airport, none of which I experienced in any way, shape or form. The aircraft we flew on was an Airbus SE A320-232 with the tail code of Golf Echo Uniform Yankee Golf, an 80-year-old aircraft delivered to British Airways in March of 2010. It had the standard BA Eurotraveller interior with black seats and was overall a fairly clean aircraft. Boarding was at 6:20 and was fairly swift. The pilots on the intercom also commended us on getting on board quickly, allowing us to push back a few minutes earlier than usual, which for Speedbird 798, the flight I was on, always suffers with and therefore generally experiences some departure delays.
Morning, afternoon.
Evening. It's gone to evening.
Evening.
So thanks for boarding nice and promptly. We're pretty much ready. About almost 10 minutes earlier than I planned departure time. We're just waiting for the cargo hold on the right hand side of the aircraft to be closed up. We're just finishing loading up some bags and sorting that out. Once they're done, the ground crew will do their final checks and then we'll get off and on our way a little bit earlier than planned.
Taxiing at Heathrow was also fairly quick, as we departed from runway 27 left, which was right behind us from the gates. Personally, it was not the runway I wanted to leave from since it didn't give me the view I wanted, but we were going to go to the same place nevertheless. Spotting Concorde from the window parked up alongside the runway, however, was definitely a bonus, giving us little insight to the airline's history as well as the airport's. The weather had also been really good to us, meaning after taking off, we did get to see plenty of London from the sky, or at least in my case, a view of Windsor and Slough, ruddy Slough. I personally would have preferred to sit on the right hand side of the aircraft for departure for runway 27 left, but the views I got were definitely good, and so not something to miss out on, as I did get to see some of the famous British countryside, as well as Windsor Castle and the Long Walk. After departure, it was a case of sitting back and relaxing as we did our 3-hour flight across Europe. The mood in the cabin was definitely relaxed, as the majority of passengers flying were on their way home for numerous reasons. For example, the guy sitting next to me was a retired sailor who had arrived in Heathrow in the morning, but due to delays, missed his connecting flights and so had to stick with the evening one to get back home. Service on board was also simple. No mass advertising, only a couple of messages on the intercom talking about the weather in Helsinki as well as their onboard services. While British Airways do sometimes get some slack for running a no-frills airline at high ticket prices, I personally found the trip quite simple when compared to other low-cost airlines I'd flown with in the past. Flying into Finland though, the thing that definitely won this flight over for me has to be the view out the window. Finland is known as the land of 1,000 lakes, or in this case, 1,000 islands, as the way the scenery lit up in the sunset was absolutely stunning. Especially flying this close up to the Arctic Circle, you could see the sun as it's still, in a way, never really set over the horizon, which led to some very beautiful views, especially in the approach into Helsinki. We arrived at Vantaa Airport 20 minutes early on runway 15 at 11:30 PM local time, although as you can still see, the sun, as mentioned a moment ago, never really sets in here, meaning that we did have plenty of light when we did come into land. Touchdown itself was also fairly smooth, and considering the airport itself, was quite a surprising one as well, because I know Vantaa airports in Helsinki can sometimes have some drastic changing winds, so a nice smooth landing was definitely a nice ending to this very calm flight. And as swiftly as passengers had boarded, they also were very quick to leave the plane as well, although I stuck around for a couple of moments at the end to go into the cockpit and speak to the pilots who flew us into Finland. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's good. It's nice aircraft. It takes a while to get used to.
Oh, Team Fly-by-Wire has been disconnected at this point, or am I now you move the aircraft around?
Yeah. It's all disconnected.
Fair enough. I'm good. Yourself?
Alrighty. Have you got any questions or anything I could tell you?
I'm not so sure right now. I'm not so sure. It's just good to be up here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cool, thank you very much for that.
That's the FCU.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, set your cruising altitude, all that. And it's push to set.
Sorry, yeah, that's it.
And then pull to release.
Everyone's gone apparently. So we're going to have to get you on.
Sure, no worries. But yeah.
Yeah, there's a nice support system as well.
And with that, my holiday had begun, with a couple of hours in Helsinki at night, before taking a train in the morning to Lappenranta for the week. Flying British Airways was definitely an experience, and the views are definitely something I'll never forget.
No.
It was good, however, to finally fly on our national carrier, as well as out to Heathrow Airport, and I'm sure that if I ever got the opportunity to do so again, I'll surely take it. To see more of what I did in Finland, click on the eye above to view the channel of my good friend Suskiitsu, where he did a few vlogs. Do also keep an eye out for more Finland related videos on his channel over the next upcoming days.